Alistair Johnston, champion again. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's always an amazing feeling. It's a feeling that you can get used to, but you can't get enough of. So no, it's special for me. Third season here, to win a third league, it's really impressive and really special. And again, it's something that you need to do when you sign for a club like this. It's something that's expected. But man, it feels good when you finally get over the line. You can feel the relief, the enjoyment of it, and now we're going to push on. This last month here, got some good games to lead into a massive cup final and a chance for a really special season.
I mean, I was going to say you're so used to winning, but that doesn't come without so much hard work. That happens every single day to get to this position where we're standing talking to you as a champion.
Yeah, I think that the true fans, they know that there's no league that's easy. You have to work for everything, and the amount of work that these guys, this whole team, this whole coaching staff puts in behind the scenes, it's something that I've never seen before at a club. So it doesn't come as a surprise to me when at the end of the end of the season when you're lifting the silverware, because the amount of just effort and things that people don't even think of, that these guys are also dialed in on. It really is just an overall, project that everyone fully buys into and fully commits to, and then, you reap the rewards at the end of the season for all the hard work that you've put in for, 10 months leading into it. So, no, look, we're going to enjoy it tonight. We'll enjoy it this weekend, but we'll go again pretty quickly here, and we'll want to finish this season really strong.
You mentioned the fact that you never tire of these moments, but they just make you want more. Two players that you've played alongside since you've came here, who know all about that, who lead by example, James Forrest and Callum McGregor. 50 medals between them. James now the most decorated Celt of all time. That's the example they've set for everyone else to follow.
Yeah, look, I mean, Celtic, one of the most famous clubs in world football, and you get to share a pitch with a guy that's the most decorated player now of this club. It's amazing. We'll see how long he can hold it before Cal eclipses him a couple years later potentially. But it is a really amazing just sign of longevity, and to do that as well as a winger at a club like this, where you need to be the top of the top to keep that position. He's been here, man. It's got to be decade and a half, isn't it? 15 years or so. So for him to do it for this long at this high of a level just shows what a good pro he is and what a talented player he is as well. But still, he's one of the first ones in, one of the last ones to leave. How he treats his body, it really is impressive, and it's something that a lot of the younger guys can look up to and see like that is a true professional. And I'm really happy for him that he's got that record now on his own, because he fully deserves it. The amount that he's given this club over this past 15-year spell, even before that when he came through obviously the academy, he's given his whole life to Celtic, and to now think of himself standing alone as the most decorated Celt in club history, man, it's quite a solid list. I've seen some of the names on that. It's a pretty special list to be a part of. So kudos to him. I hope he enjoys, and hope we can add another one to it at the end of the season.
And what was pleasing today was the fact that we knew what we had to do today, and it wasn't just a case of getting a point or getting a win. It was an emphatic performance and result.
I've done it. I've done it already. Yeah, look, we have goals. Obviously, you go into the split up 15 points, really strong goal differential there, and that all you need is 1 point in the last 5 games, but that wasn't our goal at all. We looked at this. We've set targets that we're going to try and hit through these last 5 games here, and it started off with coming here, putting in a dominant display, and not just limping over the line, but giving these fans here, and it was amazing, wasn't it, seeing that many Celtic fans, the support we had here, but giving them something to truly cheer about. And I mean, that was 5 goals, 5-star performance. It was really good all around, and it's how we've been these past couple weeks. We got humbled a little bit. We got reminded that you need to, just because we're Celtic doesn't mean that teams are going to roll over for us, that we have to fully play our best if we want to win games. And I think that we showed over these past couple weeks that we can kick it into another gear, and no one domestically can live with us when we do that.
So you deserve all the celebrations until we, as you say, start to refocus on the next game?
Yeah, it's exactly that. We'll enjoy it this weekend, but at the same time, it's that we still do have lofty expectation and lofty goals for how we want to finish this season. And at the end of the day, now we have a chance going into a cup final. You lift that, you can leave the season in a pretty special way. But no, look, the lads have all been brilliant this year. I think that anyone you talk to, the gaffer as well, would say that. How we've worked, how we've been domestically, how we've been in Europe as well. It's been a really special year, and we don't want to just kind of limp to the finish line now that we've gotten this done. No, we want to push through and potentially try and break some records and break the goals that we've set out for ourselves, because that's still there, and that's something that as competitors like we are, we always want to push to have the best season possible. So we have an opportunity to do that. So yeah, it'll be an exciting last month here for us.